Okay, guys, before the video starts, I would love for you guys to follow my Discord and follow my Facebook so we can all stay connected as a community. And let's hop right on into this video.
A few moments later.
Okay, guys, so Tekken 8 has been receiving a lot of backlash recently, and this is like the same exact thing that happened a few years ago, or I'd say like almost 10 years ago, because that's how long we haven't had Tekken 7. And it kind of reminds me of the time period where Tekken 7, was dying and nobody was playing the game. People was hardly online, and I can't really speak for all consoles because I'm pretty sure PlayStation Network was up and running when it came down to all the fighting games, because normally when people want to play fighting games, we normally go to PlayStation. And normally for like the shooting titles, we normally go to Xbox or PC or other platforms. But other than that, Tekken 7 was just kind of going downhill, and then they wound up picking the pace back up once they started to promote Tekken 8. Which was years later, but Tekken 7 also had this weird mistake as well, and I start to see like the same things happening all over again, except Tekken 7 was a more stabilized game, so it gets a little bit more respect, and also because it's probably one of the most sold Tekken games ever right now, as up to date. And I would have to say, the most I would say about Tekken 8 is that just, stick to what made it good for the last time. I don't feel like any of these characters need nerfs. I don't think that any of these characters need updates or, to the point where it ruins the game. Like, it doesn't matter what people say, because Tekken has always been a broken game. So y'all talking about fixing these characters are never going to be fixed. Let's start there. The most we can do, though, is add to these characters and, you know what I'm saying, not really have that whole situation, go downhill, because everybody was talking about how, even with the whole Dead or Alive situation as well, how Harada should produce the game. Like, I don't even think that's a smart decision, honestly, and I don't know why I keep saying that. For the last time, it would be nice to see a crossover more than to see characters incorporated in that, even though it would be nice to see and test that out how they did with Akuma from Street Fighter, incorporating him in Tekken 7, but I just feel like just don't go more backwards than what y'all just did. If anything, y'all should re-release that old patch that y'all had just had for Tekken 8 and put it back in the game, or perfect what has been broken, because this has been an ongoing issue though. Tekken hasn't been a very stabilized game in a while, and the most completed Tekken game to this date is Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which still feels more complete than most of the new releases, most of the new titles that have came out for Tekken recently. And it's just like, this is the new age, it's the new generation. We want new things. We want y'all to stop taking out and giving us what y'all want to give us. Like I said, I don't mind waiting for development, guys, even though y'all be rushing these people. But Namco, I just know that they only going to move on their own time, and when it comes down to certain stuff, and only when they, because their fan base is strong enough. Tekken has been around for a while, like 3 whole ass decades. Like, it don't make sense how long this game has lasted. I personally just feel like, change is needed, but I don't feel like, removing and keep on removing out of the game is going to make anything better or resolve the issues and the bugs and the fixes that are needed. But, I do feel like this is the time period where it kind of humbles Tekken and lets them know that, when people don't like something, or people don't, aren't really feeling something, they at least try to make the changes and the right corrections, So I can't even be all the way mad at them. But I did make a video 8 years ago showcasing that. Actually, I was talking about this actually. And I'm going to leave the link to my video down in the description below. But y'all guys need to check that out as well. I made a Tekken 7 is Dead video, and I was talking about how this game personally, was basically not being played as much as it used to be. Like, as far as like the first couple years being good, and then next thing you know, boom, nobody's playing the game and the whole network is dead. But it was because Tekken 7 was a little bit more blander. So I'll give them credit on perfecting models and certain faces and certain things of Tekken 8 and stuff like that. But for the most part, guys, this was just me, having my little talk of what I feel like Tekken needs to change as far as Tekken 8 goes and the future of Tekken. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you guys can be notified every time that I upload. And Deuces.